What is up, everyone? JD here. I hope you're all doing well today. It is Sunday, late Sunday, and I am just getting this video recorded for Monday. Leave it to me to leave it to the last minute. I did have some unexpected stuff come up, and it did require my full attention, but I am getting it done in time, and I should be able to get this edit up for you guys on Monday. Real quick pocket check. It is Sunday, so I am doing a SPYDERCO Sunday theme. And I am carrying the DELICA 4 with the VG10 steel. I don't know why in the unboxing video I kept wanting to say VG110. I don't know if I was thinking of K110, what I had on the brain that day. But this is the zombie green scales, which I really think are quite cool looking. I am really enjoying this little DELICA 4 a lot. The VG10 seems like a very nice mid-level steel as well. I've only done a little bit of cutting with it, but so far so good. Really enjoying it, and quite fidgety for a lockback. I really do like this knife and my Indela 4 a lot. I'm carrying this and the Indela 4 to try to get a really nice sense of the knife to continue to be able to provide feedback. And again, this is part of my knives around the world that I'm trying. This one here is from Seki City, Japan, as is the Indela. SPYDERCO does a fantastic job on all their knives, regardless what shop it's coming out of. Seki City, Japan, USA, Taiwan, they're all awesome. So check this one out if you're on a budget and you're looking to spend around the $80 mark. This is a really nice option. All right, so since you're seeing what's in the pocket on Sunday, let's go ahead and kick off Monday's carry. I did go ahead with the micarta Monday carry and brought the Urban EDC F5.5 out. This one here has the acid etched and stone washed M390 blade. Sorry about the sweat there. A little warm here today, 92 outside. And if you didn't know, I do these in the garage, so I apologize if you hear the fan noise. In the back, I do have the sock on the mic. Hopefully that helps. It does have this nice black micarta scale or scales, nice black micarta scales on here. I really like these scales. It has a really well done titanium pocket clip. This thing goes in and out of the pocket so well. It has a nice titanium backspacer on here with a little lanyard hole if that's your thing. Really do think they did a good job not compromising the pocket clip position for that lanyard hole and kind of integrating it into the backspacer, and then I think it kind of gives it a nice tough look cutting through the micarta, which I really like the look of the layered micarta that you get to see here on the knife. Access to the liner lock, really good. If you haven't seen this knife, check it out. They do random drops with different color combinations. They did the blue denim micarta after this. That's another good looking version of this knife. The M390 is done really well. It has a medium geometry. It's not very thin, but it's not really thick either, and it handles all of my utility cutting tasks really well. So that's what was in the pocket on Monday. Really like that one, and it is highly recommendable. So we'll stick that one up there. Since last week I learned my lesson. Actually, let's go side to side because I think it's hard to see up there, and at least this way, maybe this way, yeah, this way you can kind of get a good look at it, and it'll lay flat for me. So that's Monday's carry. Tuesday I wanted to keep going with the utility theme, and I did do a titanium Tuesday carry, and that is going to be the Concept Convict. I am really liking this one a lot. They have 3 versions as of the release of this video. It has a really nicely done Wharncliffe blade that does a really good job with utility cuts, pull cuts, when you're trying to bring it up through the material for some power pulls. If you need to power down, it goes through. This one has a little bit thinner geometry than the Urban EDC supply, and also the blade, it's polished. Well, that's not polished, it's stone washed, but it's smoother overall. It doesn't have quite as much grip going across the material, so it actually feels like it's a little bit smoother, but I feel like the geometry is really close on these two knives. Frame lock, so your access is going to be really good. I didn't show you the lockup, did I, on the other one? Hopefully I did, and if I did, I zoomed in. I don't know if I went through it really quick. The over travel stop also acts as the lock bar insert, so they're double duty there, and that does keep it out of the way. Pocket clip is nicely done, really well It does a good job of protecting the lock bar from your hand when you're going to flick it, so you have a really nice landing pad so that you're not feeling too much resistance. But even if you go onto the lock bar, as long as you're not gorilla gripping it, it'll still deploy really nicely. And I'll show you that from this side so you can see. A little weird to do it like this because I do actually want to grip it, but as you can see there, as long as you're landing on here lightly, I guess I could try to show you from the left because the thumb will be on it. Yeah, so you see it'll still deploy. I love all the bronzed hardware. It looks much better in person on the knife than it does probably through the camera. And I love the fact that they did all of the screws and they even did the stop pin bronze, but I really wish that they would have gone ahead and done that pivot bolt because I think it would have looked a lot cleaner. That was what was in the pocket on Tuesday. These are all recommendable. If they're in my rotation and I'm rotating through them, I can safely recommend them unless I say I'm carrying it to get a feel for it. Wednesday, I went with a Wood Wednesday theme because I haven't brought this out in a while. This is the Civivi Altus with the wood handles, blacked out Nitro V blade, blacked out hardware, and it is a button lock. This thing is really nice, especially if you need something in that 3-inch range, or you like a smaller pocket knife, a little bit more discreet or lighter because it's easier to carry. This is really going to fit the bill. It has remained locked up with no lash, no side to side play, and it's locked up nice here. You don't have the flipper tab to test the blade lash with it locked in, but as you can see here, it just doesn't move. This thing is locked in place. And one of the things that I mentioned in the conspirator video is because this is a smaller knife, it actually gets more contact patch off of this button lock, which helps make it feel like it has a really good detent. When you start to get into the bigger blades, you have less contact patch, it starts to feel a little bit less. And then because the conspirator has such a heavy blade, because it's such a bigger blade than the other two that are out from Civivi, it feels like it's a little more sluggish. It doesn't feel quite as snappy and as strong. The best way I can think to equate that is if you think about brakes. Brakes on a Camry may stop that car plenty good, but if you take those same brakes and you put it on the Tundra, it's just not gonna feel the same. It will stop it, but it's not going to perform the same. It's not going to feel the same. You're going to feel like you're having to push the brakes all the way to the floor, whereas in the Camry, you probably can just give a little bit of brake and you're going to come to a stop like normal. That's the best way I can think to equate it for folks to help them understand why they feel a difference, because Civivi's not increasing the size or the diameter of that button lock. They're using the same one on all the knives, so it feels the same. Anyway, that is a very recommendable knife, super comfortable in hand. Civivi is doing a fantastic job with their 14C, 28N, and their Nitro V. It is performing really well, and I can tell you I am using it. You see all the little, I mean, I haven't even sharpened it, and it still cuts through paper after breaking down knife boxes, little cardboard knife boxes. So I really do like their Nitro V. They're definitely doing a solid bang-up treatment on it. On Thursday, I wanted something just a little bit different, a little bit more fun, and I did go Titanium Thursday, but it wasn't because of that. I just wanted to carry this knife. I haven't carried it in a while, and that is going to be the Sharp by Design Mini Tempest in the drop point configuration. I really just like this. It's very gentlemanly. It has a very upscale feel and look to it. It has multiple deployment methods. I really do enjoy the fidget factor that comes with this knife, and it just feels super comfortable in hand. The rounding on this is done really nicely. The things that I'm feeling here are just right in this spot here. I do feel a little bit of sharpness on my finger, and then this pocket clip, I just think it needs to be redesigned. It needs to be chamfered down right here. It is super sharp right here. It is breaking in, and I do try to kind of pull on it a little bit to loosen it up, but the ramp doesn't go up quite high enough, so I have to kind of assist it with getting it into the pocket, and it just doesn't catch the material very well, and I don't have the knife roll with me today to kind of demonstrate that. But those are my two biggest complaints. Visually, I think it looks really good until you get right about there, and you can see the shoulder for the stop pin a lot right here, and I think that's kind of sad because this is, you know, a very expensive knife, and I'd like it to be nearly flawless. I'd like to have like one or two complaints, Now this is, I think, on my particular variant, I do feel the transition right here on mine a little bit, but I've heard others say that they don't, and I think that's probably going to be really hard to do with carbon fiber. Getting it to feel seamless. Up here it's totally seamless. What I feel is the difference between the carbon fiber and the titanium finish, but over here I just feel a little bit more of a line, and I think that's probably just this particular example is the reason that you're feeling that. But really nice. I haven't had to center it. The M390 feels like it's really well treated and it's performing really well, so really happy with this knife. That was what was in the pocket on Thursday. And then I did mix up a little. I threw a little splash of color. I feel like Monday, even though it was the black micarta, I threw a little splash of color Monday and Wednesday. So on Friday I went ahead and one more time broke out the Purple Haze Demco 80-20.5. Really just loving this knife. This Austin A is performing plenty well for me. I feel like it's probably somewhere around 14C28N Nitro V to 154 cm level of performance. I'm really happy with mine. I did actually have to sharpen it just a little to touch it up. I had a little notch, and I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get it to show up on camera because I got rid of it already. I had hit it against something right here and just chipped it ever so slightly, just enough to where I wanted to sharpen it back up. But I mean, this thing, it is, let me grab, I think I have some paper over here that's left over from the other day when I did a test. It is nice. The edge on it works really nicely, and again, this is like that receipt thin paper. It's like recycled paper. So really happy with that. And again, that's just a touch-up job on the Demco 80-20.5. I will right here throw a link to where I put this together. I don't think that I did it all in one video like I did the blue one, but these are the carbidized scales. You have to go to Instagram and follow Carbidized. His name is Spencer. He made these along with the backspacer, and he does a smooth, or he does a textured or jimped, or whatever you want to call that, for a little bit of grip. So I did that with this one, and I did a smooth on the other knife that I have. This is the Lynch Northwest Deep Carry Pocket Clip. It goes from a bronze into a bronze purple into a purple blurple, and then into like a blue out on the tip, and it looks fantastic. They do a fantastic job on all the clips that I've ever gotten from them. I've gotten quite a few for SPYDERCO. I've gotten them for the 80-20.5, AD-20.5. Don't think I have them for anything else, but I really do like the pocket clips that they're doing. They're very nice, and of course he has his pry bars. In the pivot I have the Skiffs Rocket Glides, and they're really nice. They're very well made. I like them a lot. They are the bronze full caged, meaning solid, and ceramic bearings, so I feel very good about that on here. I have seen where there is a reblade option out there. Oh gosh, I forget his name. I'll throw that on the screen when I get to this point. I'll throw that up here for you guys so you can see who's doing that, but his books are closed. I might actually take the purple one because I like the coated blade on the blue one, and I might take this one and see about either doing like a crew wear or a magna cut, or seeing if it's not an option to pick, seeing what he's offering. If it's 20 CV or something like that, probably go that route, because I really love this for an EDC. It's a great size. It has really good ergonomics, carries very thin in the pocket, and again, very good drop point. I'd probably just ask him if he could have the drop point not rise up, but just continue downward like it does on, I don't think I have, no, I don't have my Doug Ritter out here, so I can't show you that. That's what was in the pocket on Friday. And just for bonuses, since I did carry Saturdays and I showed you Sundays, Saturday I had the Benchmade bug out that my wife got for me, and these are the Flytanium scales that I bought and anodized and put on there myself for it. Really love this knife. Again, this is another fantastic EDC knife in my opinion, because it is a really nice size, very lightweight in pocket. You could totally carry this with basketball shorts in its stock form with the FRN handles, because it's under 2 ounces. And the access lock works really good, but I do have the aftermarket Omega springs on here, which I think are a huge upgrade because it gives just a little bit more resistance, feels a little bit stronger in hand. So really nice knife, and I do like this a whole lot. But that was just a bonus what was in my pocket on Saturday, since it is now Sunday, and again I am carrying the DELICA 4 today. I hope you enjoyed this video and my recap of what I carried during the week. If you could, down in the comments below, let me know what's in your pocket today, and let me know what you carried last week or what has been in your pocket the most that you're enjoying and why. I always like to hear the why. Again, apologies if there is background noise from the fan. I did need that today because it is extremely hot. I have a couple more videos, so I'll turn it down for that. If you enjoyed the video, do me a favor, think about subscribing. Don't forget to hit that like button too. And if you do subscribe, hit that notification bell and turn it to all so you get alerts whenever any content drops. You can choose which ones you watch. Thanks for tuning in for today's video. I hope everyone has a fantastic week. Until next time, guys, peace.